Oh yeah!
Arr! Hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Update 6 is out, and today we're checking out all the special features they've added. On-ride photos, souvenir shops, and of course the pirate theme. Oh man. I swear I can't talk. I just start losing my voice. But yeah. Really excited to show the updates today. I've been eagerly anticipating this, like probably most other Planet Coaster 2 players. I could not resist, but probably a pirate theme. Hi Maria, welcome. I gotta stop that. This is a terrible idea to do a pirate theme with a guy whose YouTube name is Cookie Pirate. Oh man. So we're gonna pick back up in the tropical part, and I actually did a little work off stream last night on some stuff that I've been wanting to do. Excuse me, that I didn't want to spend time on stream hassling with. Am I selling gold or gems by any chance? I don't know, the souvenir shops might have it. We'll see. Anyway, let's dive in and I'll show you kind of what I did last night, and then we'll check out all of the new features. Man, that actually did kind of hurt my voice a little bit. Oh man. I'm sorry, I could not resist. I might occasionally make some pirate comments. Okay, so you need that sound set as your phone notifications. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is the entrance. I demoed all of the slides over here. Well, actually, I didn't quite demo them. I moved them over here, because we'll probably reuse these sets. I added a ton of chairs around the pool. I left this open on purpose because we're probably going to expand the, I guess what we call it, the Mako Plaza. I reworked this, reworked that, reworked this. All of this here has been cleared. What I intend to do is probably move these shops, and we're just going to pave over this. Kind of have a little bit of a central expansion. Man. Okay. I know, none of those are connected. Alright, I am going to turn the night effect off. Oh, the other thing I did do, usually I like to set the sun at noon when you view in-game, when it comes to building and everything. There's a shadow. Oh! Wow! Or these may be a couple miscellaneous path pieces. Yes. And we can clear that out. We're going to rebuild all of this, and we're going to relocate these slide groups. I actually want to do this sooner rather than later. I'll let this person buy whatever she's wanting to buy. Select the two shops, and then the actual building, and let's just pick them up and move them. Let's find a good temporary location for them, because we'll put them back. There's really nothing up over here, but I want to leave all of this clear until we figure out exactly how we want to set up. So maybe somewhere in the back? Or maybe not. Maybe over here temporarily. Yeah, let's go ahead and set those there for now. We can immediately... Oh, they're both reopened. Okay. Oh, he's got his break. He took his, so... yeah, he's on his way over. We can give him a little bit of a shortcut. Can't get to my work. Oh, well, you can now. Excuse me. Man, doing those pirate voices might really have kind of messed my voice up a little bit. Okay. If I demo this... I'm kind of hesitant to mess with that at the moment. But what we'll probably end up doing is just expanding this plaza almost like a, so to speak, main street. Have to smoke for at least 20 years to have a real pirate voice? Yeah, we're not doing that. I don't need it that much. We could do stamp building. And this would kind of just be a good reference, to kind of measure out what we want to do. But I'll leave that for now. Alright, we'll work on that. I actually really want to check out the on-ride add-ons. Ride photo camera. Okay. So, with this, you want to find a place on the track with the best EFN scores. You want it somewhere in each of these in the green. You put it there. It's going to be a little boring. You put it somewhere exciting like the first drop or immediately after the loop, maybe with the splashdown. Nausea is a little high. Oh, coming out of the dive loop actually might be a really good location. So, best photo. That's okay. So, if we edit camera placement, and let's just say we good photo, best photo, average, oh, the nausea is high. Right there. Right there in the second half of the bat wing could be cool, but you want it with, probably somewhere with good scenery, and that actually, you could probably want to pull that further back. Oh, the nausea is a little bit high. So, I think right out of the dive loop is a good location. Has a photo camera, but it needs a photo kiosk linked to, what did it say? No. No photo kiosk linked to sell the ride photos. Okay, so you have to place the camera. Hey, Bro Mike, welcome. Thank you for the tutorial. Well, I don't know if it's really a tutorial. As much as it is, I'm just kind of discovering how it works. And I guess sharing it with you at the same time. Edit the camera placement. And where is it? Back here. We're going to put it in this section here. You want it with each of these in the green for best. If 2 of the 3 are in the green, it's good. If 1 of the 3 are in the green, it's average. And I don't think I have any spots on this coaster where none of them would be in the green. Which would have to be... I don't know how you would do that, actually. Eight, 4, 3, 408, and 239. We'll do that there. Oh. And then you get the adjustment, and you can actually see how, and this is just the default train that gets placed on the ride. So, of course, that's not how, you know, they're actually colored. But then what you can do is... almost feel like you'd want... Oh, yes. Camera distance, you can zoom out, you can zoom in. That's really cool. And then you can check that for each of these. And they're all the same. At the actual location of the camera. But you can see how it would look for each. And then that is the camera roll. And that lets you just tilt it. And I actually think I like that. Is the blue the roll? Yeah. Okay, so the blue... And then you turn that and you get the green and red back. So that's a good view there. I think that's pretty good. Confirm placement. The camera's floating, but I believe what that would do is allow you some scenery to mount the camera somehow. It's not totally realistic. And then adding a photo kiosk. You have a couple options here. You can do a counter or a full-fledged shop. And what that would then give you would be the ability to place scenery somewhere. Counter, just like that, kind of sticking out. This is designed for the souvenir shops, which we'll get into in a little bit. And then the Planet Coaster. Oh, you have a large modular shop that you could later modify. I don't think they added the modular shops for the other themes, which is a little bit of a drawback. I wish that they could do that. However, it gives people the ability to create the custom ones the way that they want, which is really cool. I'm not faulting Frontier at all. They've busted their... Absolutely, they... Brawl Mike, really good point. They've outdone themselves with this update. It's fantastic. Update 5 was really good. 6 is even better. So... let's get out of that. And go into custom. Excuse me. And what I think we'll do... Photo kiosk counts as a brand. Interesting. Now the question is where... I'm guessing it counts as a souvenir shop. Shop shelf. Oh, this is where you add individual. Whoa, okay. And that's where you can add the shop. So what we would end up doing is kind of building like a... Let's go into a blueprint. Arr! Anchors! A bunch of different doors. Okay. Let's go see scenery. We'll go into the resort theme. Blueprint, and we'll just go grab like a regular small shop. Did this get a bit of an update too? Because I don't remember them having the... Oh, why don't I just check that? No, that's the medium one. I know I have one somewhere. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm... I could be crazy, but it seems like that may have been updated. Maybe not, but either way, now we'll go into facilities, create custom, back to souvenir, photo kiosk. And we can, excuse me, adjust the placement of that. Let's get it a little more centered. Pull it forward. Is it at ground level? Yes, it is. Alright, place that there. And we'll open it. Kraken photos. Connect ride. Oh, and you can add... Oh, no you can't. Never mind. I was going to say, it looks like it gives you the ability to add multiple, except when it says blank out of one. So. And now you can add billboards. And what these will do is a 2-meter screen may be a little bit large. Yeah, it's too large. Then you have the ability to do curved screens. 32-meter curved screen. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Could do like a full-fledged display of like videos or something. Almost like a little bit of a theater sort of thing. I think these... Oh, I don't know. So we'll do a 1-meter. You can scale... Oh, well, yeah, that's true. You can scale them. Yeah, you can make it like a 1.5 meter. Come on. Alright. And we'll whoop, click that. Advanced move, we really want rotate. Now we'll take the move. Press it back up against that. That looks pretty level. And then if we do an advanced move and go to scale, Excuse me. You like how it was placed initially, how it was kind of floating, or crooked. Oh, random rotation was on, that's why. Alright. Oh no! Whoa! Alright, so that's good where it's at. That stays. Come on. No, now why can't we select the TV? Oh, I just got rid of that. Alright. We've got to reset that. I think it's fine. I like it a little bit bigger. It covers up that. Yeah, I was trying to edit the building, but then tried to click the TV, and every time it wanted to select the awning or the canopy. Okay. Let's try this again. You should see me in my house when I try to hang things. And if we wanted to, we could even do an advanced rotate and angle it downwards slightly. And I think that is good. You tried to select the TV, it selected the whole building, so you had to click Edit Building if it happened again. But see, that's what happened every time I tried to do that, though. Like, I can't click the TV. Ah! Yep, it's... yeah. There we go. I don't know why that worked that time. Change image, and then ride photos, and what you would do is... that. Alright, doesn't need any audio. And there you get the ride photos. That's pretty cool, actually, because now you can kind of see all the different trains, and they're shifting. Alright, that's our first ride photo. Look at that litter. Clean. Alright. Next up, let's go over here. I want to do something different with this. What we're going to do is actually close off this path. for a little while. Let me pick her up. Put her back. And we're going to clear all of that. And, oh, can't really do that piece. But now what we'll be able to do is we'll try a gift shop. So we go into facilities. All. Modular. And then these are just your standard shop and counters. So you can sell all the same regular stuff. And then your modular shops, this is where you can add all of the different pieces. So this is where you'd have to add like the different, you know, build your building structure. If we go into blueprint and we go with just shops, these are your modular. And you have the ability to choose 2 different sizes with the Planet Coaster theme. You have the small ones, not really much to it, and the large one on a much grander scale would allow for a lot more. Everything you can sell in the shop is also available as scenery pieces. I mean, I think I remember something about that. That you can kind of stock the shelves, so to speak, with those scenery pieces. So, what I think we'll do... Let's see if we can take a building blueprint. Resort. And I'm just curious, if we did that, can we get people to walk into them? Have to remove the turtles. I always feel bad deleting the turtles. I like these, the sea turtles. They're really cool. And then maybe from here, I don't know if it's possible. You could probably set up some sort of an invisible. And if we go into here, it's not letting us do that. Okay, so we'll have to delete that. You can set it up along the path, but you have to actually construct the path, I suppose. So, if we just want to stamp out an area here. Yeah, it needs to be on a path. And then just 1 second. The day's over. Ooh. And we can try building around that. Full float display. And then you can do corner display cabinet. Just a regular kind of corner display like shelf. Then that's enclosed with stuff. And then you have the island display. So if you put that in the corner there, and you can build like your walls around it and stuff. Shirt display stand. Oh, yeah. Standing display. And you can kind of link them up. You can only attach 20 shelves or displays per counter. Okay, that's good to know. I don't think we would get to that many. I suppose this is a hat rack. Postcards. Umbrellas. Shirts we did. Standing display lets you sell a whole ton of different kinds of stuff. No shelves connected. So then from there, or is it? Oh, connect existing, that's how. Okay. Oh, well, that actually says you can do 40. Huh. Oh, and then that automatically populates. That's cool. Use the link icon at the top of the window that opens when you click on the desk. Yeah. No, all good. And then you can go in and choose the type. 54 items. Oh, the different types. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can add. And then you have different types of balloons. You can change the color of everything. And then from here, that's where I think we'd be able to add you know, the different types of... I'm not going to go in and create all of these. Oh, that's a half wall. That's a full wall. Okay. For example, like that. And then duplicate. The question is, how do you get them to link up? Man. Yeah, it's simpler when you add it to like a scenery group or something. Add to buildings on. Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing that you can do here is if we go into this ride and find a place for the camera. Put on that first drop. Oh, that's wild. Nausea's a little high there. That's a cool location. And you have the restaurant and everything behind it. Oh, that's a good location for it. Photo kiosk, and you can do the counter right over here, basically next to the you know, kind of right within the shop. The ride kiosks have to be separate from the main counter. To the best of my understanding. And then connect to the ride. You just click on that, confirm it. So something like that. And then, of course, we'd have to do the building structures and everything like that. And then what you can do, if we wanted to, we could set up a modular shop over by one of the largest pools or something like that, or in the heart of like a water park area to do all sorts of different souvenirs, particularly related to the water environment. So, for example, that would include, you know, you could do t-shirts, pool floats, some different hats. Stuff like that, for example. And now that that's open. What's he doing there? Are these... Yeah, they're just kind of hovering around, waiting for something to do. Let's drop them in the main square. Perhaps they can find... Oh, you know what? These four, I think, were from those counters that we moved. And that's for all of the slides there and everything like that. So, alright, I really would love to spend some time doing some of these, like setting up these modular buildings. And just scenery items that they, you know, take a little bit of time to put together and everything. And then, let's go ahead and check out the new scenery. Kind of curious. So, only filter we'll set is we'll actually go into all. And let's just check out the fairy tale stuff. So they have the castles, caravans, candle lamps, archery targets. That's kind of cool. So, not all of it is about the king, bronze, gold, princess, fairy tale tree archway. Yeah. This is actually better than I thought it would be. It's more expansive because you can build full-out castles, dragon stuff, mushroom lamp. Ugh. Pavilion tents. Almost looks like a kind of a circus tent, but very... It's a really cool, like, medieval theme. I mean, yeah, you could kind of see some of that from the preview and everything, but this is actually far more expansive than I thought. Oh, and then you have, like, the dragon. Oh, that's cool. Juggler on a horse. Oh, that's funny. Actually pretty cool. The knights. Whoa! A witch house. The windmill. That's actually really neat. Like a really nice kind of variety to the medieval. We could actually have a fair bit of fun with that. And then the different types of different spheres. Or topiary, rather. The sphere was that one. That's cool. You have the barns. Yeah, so you could make a really nice medieval themed. There's stone. Jester. Toilet shield lit. Yeah. Projecting potion shop. Wow. Yeah, they've actually got some pretty cool decorative shields. That looks really neat. Yeah, well done. Alright, let's go check out the pirate stuff. I've been super excited for this. How many pieces total were there in the fairy tale one? 500 something. The pirate one is a little bit more limited. Campsite. Barrel planters, that's pretty. And then of course the anchors. Bamboo torch, that's pretty similar to the resort stuff. Oh yes! Arr! Sail the high seas next to the roller coaster. No. Behave. Then you have like cargo containers of fruit. Campfire. A crane. I mean, you could build the jetty. Now, I wonder if you can get people to walk on that. Yeah, so these, it looks like they have fewer pieces, but I think these might be a little bit more comprehensive. Fountains. Of course, the flags. Actually, like right over here by the wharf. Oh, that larger. Why is it? Are they meant to be like horizontal or something like that? Sideways mounted? A food banner? Pirate village? Oh, man. That's a custom. Yeah, wow, okay. Skull and crossbones, of course. Oh, a skull torch. Hey, that's neat. The Shark Way. Oh. Wow. Get the roller coaster to go right through the shark mouth. That would be so funny. More building structures. Canopies. Yeah, so here's where all of the... Oh! That's really neat. Got some good animatronics in that. The exploding barrel. He's just sitting. Red coat, really? Oh, wow. They brought the, Oh, neat. Tentacles under the water. Haha. Whoa! on the lookout. Oh, the redcoats. Interesting. This is like soldiers versus pirates. Wow. A water well. Yeah, you can make like a almost like a shanty town. Sandstone door. Are these triggerable? No. I was gonna say there are, I think, some doors. A window frame. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, oh, I think you can actually... Triggerable. Okay, so just the animatronics. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really neat. Okay, yeah, so some really good scenery set. I'm very impressed, actually, with the medieval one. We'll full out, like, castle and stuff like that. The pirate one is just gonna be way too much fun. Okay. So that's the content in Update 6. Oh, well, actually, there's a couple things. They did do a couple dethemed, I believe it's the water coasters. Yeah, not that. Not that, I don't think. I think it's these two. The splash coaster and the water coaster. And I'm looking, I don't know what the difference really so much. Neither of them. Oh, this one. So the water coaster for adults and teens only. This one is for all ages. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that content. Alright, we can change that back. Now it's morning. Very nice. Thought about maybe doing something pirate themed, but we'd have to build everything from scratch. So I don't think I'm going to do a lot of that on stream. But you get the ability to set some stuff up around. Alright, we also did connect a path down this way here, in case we do end up having to demo some of this. Right. I want to finish kind of landscaping all of this, kind of this front area. One thing I would like to do is widen this tunnel a little bit if possible. Although it's kind of just a one-up kind of area through here. I don't know if it needs to be widened all the way to 8. It's actually, well, the park is a little bit more sparsely populated right now. It's not a busy day. What we'd have to do is shut down the water slides and get everybody out, and the restaurant. What could be easier, potentially, would be Maybe. And this would be difficult. But we could build an additional path here that follows the terrain to the extent possible. And has it basically go up over the tunnel. And then kind of drops them down here. But this is pretty steep. We would end up having to move some of that scenery. I think if we did that here, we'd be able to demo like some of the paths or something like that. Because this, when the park gets busy, this is a real choke point. Because so many people like to go to those slides. And the restaurant doesn't really get busy. But the slides do. I'm almost thinking we could build a couple water attractions up here, but I don't want to really detract from the appearance there. Alright, tell you what we'll do. We'll wait for some of the crowds to clear out. Look at these people running. They're in a hurry to get to those slides. I don't blame them. They're very popular. Alright, what we can do is demo that off. People would have to turn temporarily to come back this way. The guests relocate when you, delete the path. We'll drop them right there. Okay. Next what we'll do is delete as they walk up. Keep going. A little more. Keep going. Uh-oh. I wonder with the rounding tool. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so that makes it a little bit tougher to navigate. And then we'd have to clean up the scenery and stuff. So I almost wonder if it is worth potentially widening that That might be very difficult to do right now, though. It would require almost all of that to be cleared out. Yeah, so I think what we do is just build a straight path kind of there. Give them two ways to get up to the top of that hill. I wish these didn't slope, though, when you place them, when you try to move them, really. And I mean, I'm sure there's a way. We clear that out and just Alright, that should be a big improvement in getting people to move around. If we go back here, this is always tough because it's one of the most active areas in the park because it's like the main route to get around. So the other thing I'm thinking we could do is just temporarily, you know, that's all gonna go away. Yeah, that's kind of tough to do right now. So I'm eventually going to be leaning toward just starting a new park, and I can kind of plan the layout a little better. While I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and add see, that's a launch into this overbanked turn. Nausea's a little high. I'd like to get it with a little bit more of the track. That's a little high for both. This is a pretty intense coaster. Oh, I could do it right out of the corkscrew. Something like that. And then I suppose what we could do is just set up another. Ah, that's the air horn for the for the bumper cars. It probably isn't a bad idea just to recess those a little bit off of the main path. That way people can still get through in the line. If there's a line for photos, it doesn't back up out into there. So let's go facilities and kiosk. Oh, I got placed upside down. Alright, so we'll do an advanced move. We've got to rotate. Okay. I guess the other thing we could do is go back here. And... oh, look at that. There's a lot of people getting photos for this. Tell you what I want to do. That would be... you know, not insanely... The tricky thing is these don't stack the way the other ones do. Man, you could build those up. I have to try to add them to a structure somehow. My lord, there's always a lot of trash over here. Did they add... well, they added Western Village. Ah. Oh, the fairy tale theme. Okay. Palace Thrones. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what benches they added for the pirate theme. Oh yeah, they're like wooden planks. Okay. It's a planet coaster bench, yeah. Okay. Barrel bin. Oh, here's a barrel bench. Okay. Oh, wow. Those are even a little more coarse. That's really cool. I like what they did. Yeah, this is... they really went above and beyond with this update. Look at this guy hobbling. Do I use staff zones? No, and I probably should. Because I probably get a lot of staff wandering around in similar areas. Still the most popular pool in the park. I wonder what happens if I shut it down. Probably, I mean, it's starting to clear out a little bit, but probably a lot of people would get upset because it's such a popular pool. Even though it was not originally designed to be a pool for people to swim in. What we could do is split it, though. Since we have this room back here, we could split this for just, like just the splash pool, and then separate for a regular pool that would get the scenery benefit, although it would lose a little bit of prestige because of the slides would not be connected to it. Look at this, though. This pool is becoming a lot more popular. This is the other thing I did over here, is added a ton of chairs and some trash bins. And the score of this pool went way up. So that's a And there's room to improve it even more with the scenery. But that really helped. I gotta step away real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So, I know I should use staff zones, and I could try. The problem, I think, right now with this is it would just be kind of tough for me to segment the staff zones. Hey, bro, Mike, alright, have a great evening. Thanks a bunch for hanging out. I appreciate you. And Shem, welcome. Like how the park's coming along. Hello, Cookie, and hi to everyone, too. How you doing? Well, I should probably fix those chairs, too. I did not do that before. So, alright, let's just bite the bullet with this and... let's make that a little wider, a little more common. Alright, let's connect that out that way. People will have to exit the park or get back to the main plaza that way. So it's going to be time to start demoing some of this path here. And we can really work on some a little boxed in from here just because of how close the plaza for Kraken was placed. Definitely need to do a little better job in my next park of spacing, not necessarily even attractions, but just like stations and plazas. Give a little more space for main paths, because ideally you can do a couple things. You can kind of do like a spoke and hub, or you can do in a circle and have paths kind of crisscross a little bit and stuff, but right now they're all over the place, and taking these slides out has helped with that a little bit. And of course we're going to put stuff back in here at some point once we clean all that up. Had a brief look at the latest updates before. How you feel about it? So I was actually very impressed by the fantasy theme, or the fairy tale theme, because it's like a lot of medieval villages and structures. You can build like the castles and everything, which is really neat. Which you could see that from the trailer that they released, the Update 6 preview or trailer or whatever you want to call it. But that didn't do justice into how expansive that scenery set is. The pirate theme is gonna be super cool, of course. A lot of cool stuff. That one feels like it's a little bit more limited. I mean, of course, it's a more niche theme, but the fairy tale one, I think you have the ability to go in more directions with that. And for example, if you take a look at the scenery piece count, fairy tale theme has over 500 pieces, almost 550 available. And you compare that, aquatic's got 300, that's got 450. Nature, I'm not counting nature theme. I don't know why that's a theme. Of course, the Planet Coaster one has the most. 500. The sci-fi is very limited, but that's probably even more niche than the pirate theme. Viking's pretty expansive. Western is pretty decent size. But the pirate theme only has 220 pieces. So it does feel a little more limiting, but the quality of the pieces... Oh, that is super cool. I didn't see that before. Mermaid statue? Oh. Yeah, so... I think the level of detail of the stuff that you get with the pirate theme is really good, even if it is a little bit more limited in quantity. The ride photos are really cool. They're actually quite easy to use. I didn't find them difficult. You pick a place on the ride. I'll show you real quick, even though I went over it at the beginning. There's one coaster we haven't set a camera for. I don't think I'm going to for this one. This is my least favorite coaster in the park. I'm not happy with how it came out. Even if it... See, no, it isn't even really popular. This is always just a walk-on. Anyway, you'd go to this add-on, and you can do the ride sync. But you just go here to the ride photo cameras. They moved this, I think. I want to say this was in the customize before. You take a ride photo camera. Yeah, the dive one. Yeah, I was just not very happy with that one. And what you would do is set a place on the track, and ideally you want all three of those in the green, and it'll actually rate the rating of your photo quality based on how many of those land in the green based on where you place the camera. So obviously, all three is best. 2 is good, 1 is average. I don't know if it's possible, just by the way the EFN works, to get one where all 3 of these are in, unless probably if you built something way too scary. I mean, we could experiment with that. And then what you do is you place the camera, and I'll just go right here. Edit camera placement. There's your ranking. We'll leave that, and then this is what you get to evaluate kind of what your photos look like and the angles. So you can tilt it, you can zoom like in and out. 100's default. I've found that for most rides, generally like 70 to 80. I think for this one we had it at 60. You can change the angle based on what scenery you want to capture in the background. We'll hit back because I'm not going to change that one. And then you connect it. You have to place one of two facilities, and they're actually considered a brand in the game. And if you clear that, they're just in the all the different souvenir. So you can do a ride counter if you want just a freestanding counter, or to add it to a modular shop. Or you can do a full-fledged booth like you can with all the other different shops. Then you place it, you click on the ride, and you link them together. And what I've done for the two with shops is place the scenery, and then you place a TV screen. And, oh, here we go again. Becomes, for whatever reason, difficult to click. Okay, there we go. And then you go to Ride Photo section. And you can select like a shuffling screen. You can set multiple screens to display each individual car if you wanted to. Or you can do like just the main one, which will shuffle through the different photos. You don't have to do that. But I think the TVs are a nice, additional effect. And then what I think is going to be the toughest is the modular souvenir shops, which is really customizable, which is great. So you place your cash register. You can choose the different counters that you want to fill with different pieces and stuff. Postcards, shirts. And then, for example, you can go in here and choose the different things that you want to sell, but you have to have the proper stands to be able to sell the different, items or gifts that you want to sell. So if we wanted to go in and add, what you'll do is go into these, you choose the different, and you can actually see which of these sell what you want, like balloons, pool rings. These are larger pool floats. Straight display. Wow, that is very cool. I did not expect it to be that in-depth. Yeah, it's quite impressive. This is probably the toughest aspect of the update. Because it is the most customizable, it's the most intricate. So they really did a great job with customization with that. One complaint, and this isn't specific to this update, they haven't done it for any of the themes post-launch that have been released. You have no blueprints for any of the add-on themes, or the ones that have been released. So no Western, sci-fi, fairy tale, or pirate blueprints. That said, I'm sure it would be quite easy to to go into the workshop and get some very nice ones that people build and upload. And that's probably something I'll do. I really do want to learn how to build the buildings and stuff. The ride stations are a little easier, I think, because you can align them, but they're still pretty intricate as well. Here's the other thing. The cameras are basically free-floating. So you'd want to Whoa, that's cool, the effect there. Throwing us in at the deep end, yes. Very much so. I wish they would do more advanced tutorials. Their website have really good beginner tutorials, and the intermediate ones are pretty helpful as well. I wish they would come up with official guides on how to do some of the more advanced stuff. With that said, of course, there's a lot of good tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that. People demonstrate, the easiest or most effective way to do stuff, or to go really in depth if you're willing to, spend the time on that, which I would be willing to learn, not on stream. I really don't want to be on here trying to, build a ride station or a scenery piece that takes 2 hours to put together. Just, I don't think that's really practical. Oh, one thing I guess we could do is check out some of the new soundtracks that they added. So let's just go in, clear the filter, and speaker. Really? Oh, custom, that's why. And we'll just put a speaker there. And let's see, you have new music types. Oh, this is cool too, the volume sliders. This existed. But I think for like the on-ride, so for example, if we go... No. Oh, they added playlists, so you can vary the different music tracks that just play on repeat and stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Not gonna mess with the ride audio. But they really did add a lot of nice stuff. I need to look into the volume slider. Western. That's cool. That's freaky. That's cool. That's actually really neat. That is really cool. Whoa. I think, I have to say, I am very pleasantly surprised with the expansiveness of the fantasy or the fairy tale theme. They added way more than... See, I didn't play Planet Coaster 1, so... That is cool. Let's check out the pirate music. That was from the trailer. Uh-huh. I think that was already in. Yeah, it's a lot of really cool music. I'm not going to go through all of it, but yeah. Very neat. They really did a fantastic job with this last update. The last two updates have been solid. Of course, I jumped back into the game in the middle of Update 5. Or I should say, you know, after they had just released it. Alright. If we want to go back here, I think they have other, just like, sound effects and tracks and stuff like that. Alright, I want to get this figured out. Delete that. All of these guests will get relocated. They're going to have to turn. That will impact the park rating a little bit, so I really kind of want to minimize. Alright, so this is really wide. So maybe what I'm thinking is we go out this way. Demo that. These two can branch to different directions. Maybe not even this one, really. So here's what we'll do here. And we can paint over this. We'll demo that back there. Oh, those... Oh, they're uneven. Wow. Okay. At least we know kind of how we want everything to be spaced, though. Oh, and it's angled because of the way we place the shops. That's why. Here's the way around that. Now they're even. Oh, they don't snap together. Yeah, right there. We could tie that in, though. I'm not going to be terribly picky about it. And then perhaps what we do... We could demo that there. Alright. Let's take this. I think that's got to be size 3. Oh, they connect back. Okay, nice. Alright, and from there, we can redo this circle for the Kraken Plaza sort of thing. have it go. Put the wave pool a little bit close to that. Might reorient this slightly, but really can't re-edit the ride. Not now, at least. What we could do is a line build coming off the center of this. We might want to make that slightly wider. Like that, for example. Tie into there. Really going on a massive demolition derby over here. All these guests are like, ah! They're all lost. That's nothing that a little stamp. Even. Yeah, tell you what. Let's just go ahead and... That one's easier. This one's a little tougher. Oh, that's okay. That works. And then from there we could even branch out over toward that way. This was only temporary. Anyway. Slap down some scenery. What we could do... is even a smaller line. Oh, we want curved. Let's do it this way. Tie that in that way. Paint over it. There we go. We could even make an extension of that. Or we could just box that off there and connect it up here. Man, the ability to customize stuff in this is just so insane. We could even expand this a little bit. Let's do that. This becomes kind of an extension of, as I called it, you know, quasi, like, Main Street area. I think it would make more sense to branch out. With some scenery, that would look better too. Alright. Not many people using that, so I think it would be easy just to kind of remove these. Miscellaneous pieces. These would need to be connected by a staff path or some sort of path. Slap some additional scenery over there. Could just line this. A nice lot of sunbathing area. If you wanted to set a second set of these, we could even do that. We'll wait until people get up from those. And you have a really nice lounging sized area. This lifeguard chair could get relocated to another pool in the future. That one's for the wave pool. Mako Plaza. I mean, reality is this is wide enough that you could actually run 3 rows of chairs. So, why not? You know, people are always looking for a way to relax. We can kick them up and move them. Or we can just wait until they get up. You could even slap some umbrellas down to give them some shade if it got, like, too hot or something like that. But this is fantastic. I'm pretty impressed with what they did with the update. So. Went all out with these loungers and stuff. I mean, this is full of them too. You could even put a second ring, but it's a little tough to get them in place with the curves. It would be cool to expand the water park area out here, but we're a little bit boxed in. There's room, perhaps, to put some of these back. These were always popular. So I guess we do technically have room to... Those should both be at ground level. Oh, nope, don't do that. This will be nice because this was always one of the more popular attractions. Alright, those are back open. That'll grab a lot of people's attention. This one comes out a little bit over the path. Probably end up boxing that off. Or we could relocate them very slightly. Kind of go through the back of the shop a little bit. It's a little bit of a long walk back. What we could also do... We had the one, and it was... It just became kind of obsolete. So we could just rebuild that one. Deep water run out. And that ties into the path perfectly. And then we can just kind of sculpt around that. Yeah, that's good. We can open that. Oh, and that got deranked. That one kept... So maybe what we do with this... See about a way to... Yeah, let's close it. This has a really cool track piece. Ends up kind of being a... It's an inclined loop. And this would eventually effectively be a new slide. To raise the elevation of that. So these are things I definitely would like to redo, but they were popular attractions before, so that'll draw some attention. As for these, you have two new ones, or two that are classic and two that are old. And we could always rebuild the old ones. Give them a little bit of a refurbishment. I'd like to do something over here. And I think it would be nice to leave these little islands in place. We're not going to make this too deep. There was an enclosed slide at my local swimming center as a kid called the Black Hole, where halfway along it, it went pitch black. Pretty scary when you're 7 years old, yeah. There was a water slide at a park. It was a couple hours away from where I grew up, but it was a fun little water park. And they had one called the Black River, and it was completely dark at the beginning, and then additionally a couple segments later on. And where it wasn't completely dark, it was only lit by a dim strip of LEDs. And it was only enough to give you the sensation of which direction you were going. It was a little frightening, but it was a good slide. And then they had one on the same platform called Rondak's Run, which that one actually was a mix of open and closed. And it wasn't really dark, but a couple parts of that ride had where it was blacked out with the exception of those strips of LED lights. But what was cool was every single time the ride either opened or closed, as you went down it, they would have like a little waterfall. So you'd go under a miniature waterfall every time the tube would enclose or open back up. Alright, and then the next thing I want to do here, not that much. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Water is higher than I want it. I don't really want it connected to anything. Oh, that doesn't fill. Let's put that back there. Alright. It is time. Oh, pirate picnic bench. That's cool. And a canopy? Wow. The scenery things are cool. Barrel trash bins. It sounds very cool, and yes, they had occasional glow-in-the-dark markings along the black hole so you had a sense of direction. That's cool. We can sculpt more of that out when needed. Let's just move those out of the way. I think we're gonna repurpose these over here. But what I want to do There are no blueprints. But we have all items available now. Shipwreck hull, bow, stern. Where is it? Yeah. There we go. Add the pirate ship. Let's paint over some of this terrain. This is cool because now you have that little kind of bay. And we could kind of beach this over a little bit. Blending the grass and the sand is always a little difficult. That probably right there needs to be redone. I kind of like that. And yeah, when I went to, I actually really do like water parks, or like water slides and stuff like that. When I went to Carowinds a couple weeks ago, I actually spent time in Carolina Harbor, which is their water park. What's really cool is that you can get into the water park for free if you have like a ticket for the park. You can get entrance to the water park separately. Like if you only want to do water stuff, of course you miss out. And I mean, the main thing that I go for, of course, is the roller coasters, so it makes zero sense to me personally to do that. Whereas I can actually find that an attractive, or understand how other people would find that an attractive option. And Yeah, they have some pretty cool water slides. Unfortunately, the body slides with the trap doors were closed. I really wanted to try those out. Didn't get to, unfortunately, but... And the other thing you can do is set up like a little bit of a pier. Have to figure out how to... Oh, it's crooked. Have to figure out how to place those ideally. Oh, I've got like a little pirate area, and what I'm thinking about adding is a Gerstlauer coaster over here. Which would be really cool. I haven't built any of those. Look at all the people that are going for the photos, though. That's making some good revenue. Alright, one of these chairs is free. Now that one is too. Move that one. He'll just get up and go to another chair if he wanted. Yeah, he's gonna go back right over to another chair. A lot of water. Doesn't really connect to anything. We joined this together. These are two different elevations, and I don't know about this one. I'd kind of like to leave this upper corner. Kind of as it is. Can build around it. Now, do we want to... I'm not sure what I want to do with those shops. Oh, we'll need to get... Probably need to relocate these. I'm still not totally happy with this, but look at this, though. There's a decent crowd coming up for these. We could build another one here. Could try one with one of those inclined loops. Maybe let's try. See how one of those would come out. Place the drop. That would place that too far over this way, though, I think. If we move this over to the last position. We could always do the loop the other... Yeah, that... I don't know why I didn't think of that at first. barely intersect with that, though. Oh, if we build it like that, it actually clears everything. Just need to get it a little lower to the ground. And then, yeah, crosses over that. That's actually, I think, probably okay. That makes it a little low. Turn angle snap off. And I think that's right about. Oops. Oh, that's, yeah. That's good. Then we have this little bit of a gap here. And color this one slightly differently than the drop. Still think we go with the same. Or maybe a lighter gray. To start that one. Add like a couple tan colors to that. I think that one looks a little cooler. And then from there, The elevation's more on par right there. Add the deep run out. And now it should connect right into the path. Perfect. Oh, that's good. The only thing with this is that there's a gap between them. But they don't interfere with the others, so that's fine. I think it would make sense at some point to kind of rearrange those. Some sort of a terrain coaster could be really cool. The other thing... You know what it was? I just remembered. I believe it's this water slide, or water coaster that got dethemed. And the other one that they did was the... Not that. It's not any of those. Where is... Can't even find it. Oh, come on. It's the mine train. That's the other one that got dethemed. Oh. Oh, that's just out of range. Wow. Okay. So we may relocate one of the water. Or we can add a filter. Oh, for example, like, behind here. Oops. It's better. I still have not figured out what I want to do with this plaza here in the very middle. Park rating is going back up. Attendance is slowly coming back up a bit. Add a billboard. With a big 2-meter TV right here. Great view of nobody on the coaster. I've got just a kind of freestanding screen there with people on it. Or with the TV on it. And people can check it out when they get on. See if we can fix... Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you can make a white frame. That's cool. We'll definitely have to experiment more with the modular shops. That's going to be... that's the most intricate of the additions, I think. So, pretty cool overview of the additions with this update. I think what I'm going to do is actually end the stream. I know it's not super late. This is one of the comparatively shorter ones that I've done lately. But I do want to spend some time going through some stuff, and I don't think I'm going to go over all of that on stream. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks as always. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll pick back up with this. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. Probably, but probably not Wednesday. So I'll try to get a stream in tomorrow. Since I won't be on Wednesday. But stay tuned for more, as always. Until next time, everyone, take care, stay safe, and we'll see ya.